Virgo rising, what's up? It's so good to have you here. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Chloe, and I have your cosmic energy forecast, tarot reading, astrology reading for Sagittarius season. The deck I'm working with is the Witch's Wisdom Tarot. Which is a beautiful deck. It's very like earth-centric, very elemental, very witchy, which is wisdom. She very much wanted to participate in this reading today, which is interesting. I thought she might come up in the winter, and we're like very much still in that. Well, Sagittarius is a mutable sign, so we're transitioning into the winter season here in the northern hemisphere. So I have some beautiful cards for you. I can't wait to get into the astrology. I do want to quickly share, though, there's two things I'm promoting at this point. I have a beautiful year ahead reading. That's an astrology reading. It's called the Wheel of Fortune. This is a forecast for um, all 12 sun seasons, all 13 moons, and it's channeled individually through your own natal chart. So fully customized, pretty comprehensive and deluxe. It makes a great gift as well. For you, Virgo rising, but also, if you know anyone who might benefit from having an astrological forecast, this is very unique in the marketplace. I've seen a lot of year ahead card readings, which is obviously great. I love to pull cards, but there's something about, yeah, using the client's own astrology chart as well too to get that sort of like cosmic insight. What energy is coming in? How can we harness and manifest, right? And what energy is leaving? What's decreasing? And how can we work with really releasing and letting that go, right? So I'm so excited to bring that offer to you. It's called the Wheel of Fortune. Send me a message if you're interested. Otherwise, there's a link in the notes. And the other offering I'm promoting right now, I'm so excited. I'm going to be hosting a Dark Moon Circle on November 28th. That's online, so you can attend from anywhere in the world. A recording will be provided, of course, if you can't make it live. We meet for about 60 to 90 minutes. It's usually a very intimate group. We work with the elements. We work with goddess energy as well. This session will be focused on the aspect of the goddess known as Lilith. So very excited for that. And we're meeting on the dark moon in Sag season is going to be in Scorpio. So when I saw the astrology, it was like so aligned for like healing and releasing and being in that void time. I invite you to bring intentions around, what doesn't want to come into 2025, what you're leaving in 2024. And yeah, really working with that dark moon Scorpio energy to help us, yeah, release and allow that void space and just being and resting before we get all the inputs and like overwhelmingness that sometimes comes with Sagittarius season, being that it's the holiday season and there's a lot of yeah, shopping and dining and socializing and all of that. So yeah, one last opportunity to really yeah, empty out intentionally and rest together in a small group before moving into the Jupiter associated Sagittarius season. Okay, so for you, Virgo rising, the part of your chart that's activated during Sagittarius season is the fourth house. So we have the axis of the fourth and the 10th house. There's going to be well, we're all astrologically working with the Jupiter Mercury opposition right now in mutual reception. So we have Jupiter is in Gemini, which is Mercury's home, and Mercury is in Sagittarius, which is Jupiter's home. But this is not like a particularly challenging opposition. Sagittarius and Gemini are very much like sister signs where you can see it's two sides of the same coin, like teaching and learning, student teacher, right? Not so opposite, because you got to learn before you can teach, right? So I love the axis of Sagittarius and Gemini, and I don't think it's particularly challenging. And I love this for you this time of year, especially being that Sagittarius aligns with your fourth house, and moving into this time where family and home is going to be the focus. So, of course, many of you are going to be hosting family gatherings. You're going to be, looking for gifts for family members and friends and that kind of thing. So, I don't know. It's so practical, which I'm sure as a Virgo rising you can appreciate that home and family is what's highlighted for you in Sagittarius moving into the holiday season, right? So with the, I'll just mention briefly with the Tarot of Witch's Wisdom, she does use elements instead of like the cups. The cups are water, the wands are fire. So you have like the elements in the names. And then with the major cards, there's a bit of a reversal in order where the first card's the Fool. She's burning it all down. Sorry, I misspoke. The first card is the World. Um, so she's leaving it behind. The city's ablaze, and she's journeying back to the Fool. So traditionally, the Fool's the first card, the World's the last card in the major arcana. So they've done a reverse order, which is a really interesting system. But the artwork is so amazing. So if you read intuitively, if you know like love is lovers, right? So it's not that tricky, but just yeah, I just wanted to mention that there is a different system, and both the artist and author channeled the system like independently, apparently, and then they like collaborated on the deck together. So I love this lovers card. In this deck, it's love and it's number 16, but you can clearly see like the divine love between the woman and her familiar, right? So there is an indication that relationships are going to be something you're focusing on, and there's growth and opportunity through the relationships with that Mercury, Jupiter channel of opposition. We're all being called to embody higher beliefs, a mindset that's more in line with our own values. So it's a really special time for all of us. But for you, this is going to happen through, intimate partner relationships, through close family connections, that kind of thing. So I love that the lovers card came up. I mean, Virgo rising, Virgo is associated with pets and familiars as well, or animal companions. So love this imagery for you. So potentially, your animal will teach you something about presence, or there'll be some sort of like enlightening moment or opportunity for you to level up in your beliefs and your mindset after having like a special experience with your animal companion. And I mean, we live with them, right? So they're included in that fourth house realm as well. I also have the Three of Fire, which of course would be the Three of Wands. So this indicates that you have planned and you're already on your journey. So, I mean, I love that for you because like some of us are so behind with the holiday shopping and like the planning and that sort of thing. So, I don't know, this is just so affirming to receive for you, Virgo rising, because like of course you were planning, or of course you're like on track with what you need to like organize for these coming months, right? So this is definitely an affirmation from spirit that, you are underway, you are on your journey. So love that for you. It's so positive, so affirming. And then we have the messenger of fire as well. So this is going to be, yeah, very much like a wands card, a court card. So you're following your heart, you're going after your desire. Shadow is going to be, like fanaticism or something, but which is like kind of Sag vibes too on the shadow. So that's funny that that comes up for us. But yeah, definitely thinking about opportunities for conversation, for growth in ideas, growth in mindset, and yeah, just allowing yourself to turn the page and call in that new chapter of the higher mind, of the beliefs and values that are not just what we were taught or what society says, but like based on the values that you hold. And like a lot of us are having an evolution in our values too. So I love this transit for us. It's a very easeful opposition. Like Mercury's pretty neutral, Jupiter's a benefic. So like now it's not like a Saturn Jupiter opposition, right? And then like that axis of Sag and Gemini is already like not the most challenging axis to work with too. So yeah, I think like just letting go too of expectations, and like that the person or being or animal that might like influence you in embodying those values and beliefs, or pardon me, that embodying those beliefs and mindset that are aligned with your values, that might not necessarily come from like a traditional elder or a traditional teacher. It could be like from a younger person or an animal or a plant, like just being open to, we're growing, we're evolving. I'm changing my mindset and it's for the better, but that influence is going to, yeah, come from someone who is in the close circle, in the family, in the home, but might not be who you would traditionally expect to have that influence over you. Like animals and children are so good at showing us presence, right? And really like embracing the moment. And yeah, plants can be so good at allowing us to embrace like the seasons and the cycles and like, letting go what needs to go and like making room for like the new blossoms and the new buds and that sort of thing. So yeah, I really feel good about these cards for you, Virgo rising. I feel great about the astrology for you. So one more time, I've got the Messenger of Fire. This is the Witch's Wisdom Tarot. I have the Three of Fire, another beautiful card, and the Love card or Lover's card. So I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please do feel free to engage below. I am still a newer channel, so I always appreciate the feedback potentially from people who might be, yeah, tuning into this video. And I will see you in the collective energy forecast as well. Thank you so much, Virgo rising.